Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Where you can threaten to kill him because he doesn't have ult. You can kind of zone and be really annoying. A little bit less survivability, but yeah, as you say, it will mean almost nothing. I don't think Rascal is too concerned about it. Yeah, got some additional vision as well that they were going to commit to that. Slowed down was Yehu.
Yeah, Shockwave going to come through there. It's Seismic Shove, doesn't really mean too much, and I think Yehu is just dead. There we go. First blood going over to Karis on the Orianna. Well,
yeah, he's got a bounty.
Oh dear, okay, really nice Vault Breaker here from Sponge as Polo just speeds himself up. Cease and desist though underneath this turret, and Teddy just says goodnight. Sponge just knew exactly what he was capable of there, especially with a...
Contestants, they're going to commit Weavers.
Yeah, Polo not able to get out of here, does have to flash as Karis goes golden as well, breaks his arm guard, but he might be all right with it. Yeah, Rascal's going to get on in, and that means that's a very dead Orianna. Yeah, taking a fair bit of damage, and Rascal, he's very tanky. I don't think they're going to kill him, as Morgan might be able to pull him back around, but I don't think so.
Is enough, and I love this call from Bro. It's risky, but you lost Bio on the Dragon. You got to force them into something a little bit less comfortable here. Yehu on the flank.
Oh, they cannot stack up though, because you can see the Rock in great position right now. Throws the wagon wheel, siphons that movement speed. Morgan now wanting to find this angle is going to be able to walk over to the side, but he's seen on vision. The Aqua Prism's fantastic, and now Envy has to flash to get out of the Seismic Shove, and there it is. Rascal was just waiting, and the Shockwave isn't enough to keep him alive. DRX! That is a gorgeous fight. It's like they've been waiting for that exact moment all game long. And Gideon, I don't think he's going to be able to survive that. Takes a rock to the back of the head, and that is going to be almost the ace because Polo, he almost defected.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people...
Memory banks. And now all he sees is opportunities to throw discs of rock and to slam the ground as Weaverswell does come on through here. Morgan taking a fair bit of damage on that front line as Yehu goes golden. The culling not exactly doing too much, but look at the Rock. He's able to dive on in. He's taking a bit of damage. He's going to have to flash, but I don't think he's dead. Yeah, Morgan is going to have to try and tank Teddy, and that ain't going to work, as now Sponge is going to chase Gideon to the other side of the map, and the base is going to be broken. DRX, they just came alive. They found their window. They got that Mountain Soul that we were talking about all game is so incredibly powerful.
Yeah, and then they could just run on top of people through the turret because they're just so tanky. They just don't care.
He went down relatively low, but look at all these shields that he gets back again. Yeah. He has 557 armor. It is absolutely insane. The Rock is feeling very happy. It's an 8,000 gold lead that sprang up out of nowhere, and DRX, they will take down the Nexus. It was calm, collected. They just found the team fight.
They've really gotten quite a lot of mileage out of him, even in side lanes. And when most people who are playing Jax in the LCK right now are not getting that kind of value, Rascal is. Hit that.
With no ulti, though, it is very hard to lock down a Jax under a turret, just given how powerful the Counter-Strike is. He is going to press that button now, and Gideon, you can see, was holding his ground there. Does give away his position. Now the Grandmaster's might is channeled. Let's see what Rascal can actually do. As, yeah, he's just running in the wrong direction. He just understands he's dead. And there he goes. First blood goes over to Morgan. Right, Morgan also trying to end the world, but he's not hitting many of these sweet spots. Does have the Q3, but Rascal able to create enough space here as now the fight is on. Karis is going to be flashing. Gideon locks down the Drake, but can they keep themselves alive in the team fight? It looks like the answer is yes, and another Mountain Soul.
At the moment, and you know, the Karis checks here, make sure where Pleta is, he knows he's not in the vicinity. As Sponge still wants to contest, maybe look for a Keeper's Verdict.
Rascal, he's teleporting in as they just keep his verdict. There he goes, gets rid of the jungle, it takes away the Rift Herald, and now Rascal has dove in. There's a Weaver's Wall as well as Sponge. He throws the buckler, and he is able to take down Morgan with the help of his teammates. Beautifully played here by DRX as they come alive in the mid-game. Once again, no, it's not awkward. This is exactly what they want, because now Rascal with his bubs, he's going to dive in on top of Morgan here, gets the stun with the Counter-Strike, and look at this. This Jax is just an absolute monster. He completes his Trinity Force as Morgan does have the World Ender, and now he's looking to turn it. The flash comes through. Oh man, okay, never underestimate the power of an Aatrox. Now Polo is in trouble as well, gets knocked up and taken down. Envy gets over the wall, he's out of danger. But he's not able to actually help out, and DRX helping out as Sponge not wanting to go into the darkness, and it looks like DRX are going to give up Soul Point for this Mountain Soul. I said, if you get 2 Mountain Dragons, that is the end of the game. And 50% of that way through, and yeah, so 50% on this turret as well. As, okay, this Karma is starting to be a little bit troublesome. Steadfast presence there from Sponge, now on cooldown.
The Herald instead, and I actually, even with the additional charge, I massively favor Mountain Soul here for Bro, as Rascal is in trouble.
Yeah, he certainly is. Teleport is going to come through, though, for Yahoo. And, oh, the Glacial Prison timing just gorgeous, but still the flash out from Yahoo does manage to find another seismic shove, but the big rock not going to connect. And Rascal, he's Alcove Gaming. It's not exactly optimal. And they're not going to be able to keep them alive. Flashes forward. Envy now looking for that moment, but he gets knocked up and pulled back into the turret. It's gorgeously played once again for Yahoo. And Pleta, he's going deep, and a Weaver's Wall to come down. Morgan is so low, but he's still alive, and now Pleta is all the way in there. He'll be taken down, and Sponge trying to get on through there, so low, and the piercing arrow should be enough to lock down the kills. There's another one for Teddy, and DRX, they turn it around.
I thought there was
getting cut down by Teddy, who just lands
the poke war, though.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be won by Karis.
All right, there is the Glacial Prison onto Sponge, but he's Poppy. He gets a heroic charge right back. Polu is the target, but he's not exactly high value. There's now Envy, still alive, still at pretty high health, but Teddy's still landing these Qs as well.
Teddy is carrying this fight so
he's
hard.
A monster. He's landing all of them.
He's hard carrying, like we don't see 80 carries do too often these days. He is just hitting every single shot. That's it, that's the dragon. Doesn't matter. The engage was pretty poor from DRX, so Weaver's Wall was awkward. Rascal tries to get on top of Envy, loses out there, and Teddy's just like, it doesn't matter. Dudes, I hit my abilities. I didn't miss.
I pressed the button. He set up the phalanx around Teddy, and he once again started hitting them like fish in a barrel. Is now, I may have caster cursed him, he's put on a leash. He's able to get the flash off, though, as Polo tries to dive in. Headbutt Pulverize is only onto Gideon, but he's down relatively low now. Rascal off to the side, and he will find the counter-strike, but he gets snared as well. Envy finds the extendo beam on top of the Jax, and he's permafrosted. That's going to be the first kill for the Zeri. And DRX losing one in this fight could...
The turret for so long and didn't teleport. He's going to back and try to get here by Weaver's Wall, but he's so far away.
Yeah, control ward's coming in as Rascal now gets the news that the Baron has been started. Sponge, he's tanking forever, but there's no one in the immediate vicinity at all. So they take away the smite, and now this Malignance flying on forward. They do get a Weaver's Wall through, so Yahoo is going to make his way down, but there is no way that they can stop this Baron, and Bro in absolute control now.
No vision for Teddy to poke. He's trying to just see what he can find.
All right, Pleta dives forward, looks for Polu, but he's pretty mobile, gets himself out of the way. And Morgan, he's a freight train, looking to dive on top of Rascal here. Yahoo now in trouble. He'll be cut down where he stands, and there's a grand entrance on top of Teddy. He had no flash, no options. And yes, the Baron was ignored, and they'll just take the kills here for now.
And that's probably the game-winning fight, because that's going to be Baron into Mountain Soul. You're going to have the two greatest objectives that tried something to stop this Baron.
Whoa! Okay, speaking of trying something, Seismic Shove going to throw back Gideon, but he's so extraordinarily tanky. The quickness to try and dive in, but Polu is not able to quite get through there still. They will take the cow down. And Yahoo, oh, okay, Keeper's Verdict is pretty good. Polu just battle dances his way out, though, as the Hail of Arrows not quite enough there. So, Bro, not able to get too much more.
The world free and alive and out there.
Yeah.
And so he was captured for a moment, but then he was released by Bro.
Yep.
He didn't cleanse.
And you know, Bro aren't, you know, they're going to be honest. As this could be another one of those fights, as Gideon going to be thrown back. Aftershock is now down, but Polu trying to get some quickness value, difficult with the Poppy here. Pleta getting a few knockups. Rascal can't really figure out what he wants to do here, and Polu's keeping him out of the fight. But look at this, the Zeri is just a little bit too powerful. She just zaps down both of those frontliners, and DRX to get himself in. And DRX, I don't think they're going to be able to defend this inner turret, as now Gideon says, you're going to prison, Sponge. Heroic charge to try and taxi his way out, but he's just taking Q after Q. Teddy relatively untouched, though, and this is a Poppy. As, okay, yeah, Karis is going to be taken down. Envy is still really dangerous and did have a big old shield, in fact, a couple of them.
I don't know if that's enough, though, for...
Inside track towards
the fact that they
the Elder.
Yeah, the fact that they have Keeper's Verdict back up now
Wolf.
It's a bit concerning. Sponge also has Flash. It just came back online. Like, no way they win this game, right? Off of this, right?
I have no idea. Well, Pletter's going to see whether he can get in there and start some sort of fight, but Morgan has a great flank angle, and Teddy! Oh, he's going to get the flash off. Can he actually keep himself alive? No. Keeper's verdict does come in, but they've lost their damage, and Yahoo is going to get collapsed on as well. It was a valiant attempt by DRX, but unfortunately, it is going to mean absolutely nothing. Rascal's flashing away, flashing around, doing some stuff, but he is still most likely going to die. Gideon and Polo don't have any damage. So I don't know, this is going to take some time.
They do have Mountain Soul, so Rascal can't really hurt them either.
Yeah, it's sort of like the countering of not being able to hurt anyone. They do have CC on each other though. There's now Counter-Strike coming. This is the weirdest thing. They're not even going to go for the Elder or anything like that. Pleto was trying to keep these minions away as Rascal, yeah, he has that lance.
Okay, it's the damage from the ult, right, that gets him?
Okay, yeah, finds another proc.
This is so hilarious.
This is so silly. Nexus turrets are going down though, and so is Sponge. So, okay, finally he goes down, and the Nexus is gonna follow suit, and of course, we are brought to game number 3. Bro, they find the angle. I think the adaptations in draft working out in the end, get themselves some
upside, right? So Viego, Renekton, strong duo into a lot of matchups, but it's Udyr, so he's just gonna press R and then speed himself up and run away and not care about that. But World Atlas, so probably could have just gone for that back timing. Not getting a whole lot out of this. A little bit of stacking as here comes Gideon, but look at this. Oh, he's running away.
Oh, they do manage to get the flash in for the stun. As almost it was enough as Gideon able to tank that last shot.
He did it!
They did it. They managed to take down the Udyr.
I don't think there's any real way to contest this objective as Bro, unfortunately, so that's going to go the way of Sponge. Karas wants to maybe try to steal with the Mantra Q.
Yeah, Morgan also getting on in here as well. As Yahoo moving on over. There's the Paranoia as well, as the ulti is pretty fantastic still. The flash out from Karas, it's not going to be enough, but it's a trade for the Udyr, who did just run around in circles and then kind of fall over. And now Sponge is on the wrong side of the rift. Moom gets angry, and Sponge is now just fighting Morgan. Blastcone is going to be here as they separate, and Gideon going to be the one to pick up the mantle of trying to kill Sponge. It's going to take a little while, but he does eventually go down.
Looking to go in and group for Dragon. They can use the Herald in mid, bottom turret already down. Rascal, no vision.
Yeah, he's going to walk into 2 people. Doesn't have flash available, remember, as he's already ghosted. Let's see whether he can run out of this one, and he's not going to be able to. Morgan locks down that kill. That's going to be his first. Definitely in time for the soul fight, and that is the main thing.
Yahoo.
All right, there's a Paranoia, and this is going to be a very, very dead Karma. And now Gideon gonna have to get out of there. He does have the ulti, Spiraling Despair. Cloud Drake as well. So Bro don't really get that much out of this, but DRX will get a lot. As now, you've got Rascal moving back with the rest of his team. And for DRX, you know exactly what you want to do. You kill the dragon. And if you kill the dragon, then you can win the game. Either of the dragons, in fact. Pick a dragon. Either of them would be great if you manage to take them down. As all right, Polo dives in. Quickness over the top of 2 is fantastic. And they take down the Nocturne before he can do absolutely anything at all. And now Morgan is dancing in, and it's a double kill for the Smolder. Pleta is going to be able to save Rascal's life as Teddy with the Dawning Shadow cannot do anything about it. That's going to be a Quadra. That's the Smolder moment. And I feel like DRX had it lined up, and then it all just got burnt away.
Yeah, they just really botched the setup there for that fight, and they were getting chunked down by Envy, so they decided to pull the trigger, but Envy's totally fine, and it's Palu.
Able to at least make their way over here this time around. Snare is going to be good, as Rascal's clearing vision as best he can. Morgan on that flank angle is going to be spotted out here by Rascal. They're holding their ground for the moment. This is Huey's bread and butter. This is what he likes. Mom gets mad, though, as over they go. They dive on top of the Smolder, but Sponge has to immediately get out. Once again, they get rid of the Viego as Polu, once again, a massive engage into the backline, but Morgan is also able to get on top of Sponge. Not a priority target, though, as Teddy's the one starting to pop off in this fight.
It's center time!
Yeah, Karas and Polu just trying to group up around Envy and make something happen. Rascal just presses all of those buttons. That means he can't die, and he will be all right. But DRX or something like that, Bro maybe just heading over towards Baron instead, or Polu could just take a lot of damage here as Morgan looking for that 1v1 in the side lane. Let's see whether Rascal can survive this one. It looks like the answer is absolutely not. Just sliced and diced. And Morgan's Renekton Welcome back.
This basically on the turn. Teddy's positioning is so important. He's trying to get as much done as he can, and he can even do damage over this wall, depending on where they stand.
Oh, this flank angle for Morgan. Yeah, he's on a control ward, and now Sponge is going to be able to find him, but it's all just bad news. Not a lot of options here as Mom gets angry, and it's Yahoo that's going to take the most of that damage, but Rascal is just straight up dead. He cannot frontline for any more than about 4 seconds.
Morgan's flank just hard carried this fight for Bro because there's just nothing DRX could do.
Oh, this ward is
so
very, very good.
So value.
As in goes Polu, and there is the flanking teleport. Morgan just says, oh, it is all too easy. Yahoo, he doesn't have any mobility at all to speak of, and so he is just going to be cut down where he stands. Sponge now in trouble as well. Look, he is so incredibly intimidating. This crocodile is absurd.
Sponge just keeps getting caught out by him. You know, standing in places he can't be when they don't know where the Renekton is. That attempted flank there could have been fantastic, but didn't even check the brush. So, you know, there's a pretty high chance that you get caught, you get found out, and
pretty scary if they get on top of him. He now has some armor penetration, but that's not going to solve the issue here that's happening on the top side of the map. As Karis is going to be able to take down that inhibitor. And so they are going to be able to get rid of that one. Mid lane inhibitor turret also goes down. And bro, they've just done it. I think they've just done it.
Yeah, I mean, Teddy's trying his best to buy time here. He is Fountain Laser territory at least here. As Envy and crew are just going to take some damage.
Yeah, Mom is just going to sort of yell at nothing. As Yahoo taking a lot of damage, so he's going to have to just try and use all of the long-range abilities as they dive in. Rascal is going to get a huge shield, so not going to be executed just yet. But that is going to buy them enough space to lock down this inhibitor turret. Slow play from Bro, but it's calculated. That is going to make this base so incredibly You have so many super creeps making their way into the base. Teddy finally takes down that blue buff as they get the bad news. In goes Sponge, he steals it! And he splashes to get out of the way. Maybe he's just sponged enough to give them a last breath in this game. He is likely just going to die because there's a lot of CC and people and things like that. Flap, flap, flap goes Envy.
TP.
And now they're looking for the TP. They just want to end as they manage to take down one. So it's a 4 versus 5 as, okay, I don't know about that one. That is very dead Karis. It's just a free kill.
I cannot believe what I'm watching. I cannot believe what I'm watching. The inhibitors respawn, bro.
Maybe the center plot armor is just too incredibly powerful, but I don't think so. I think there's still a chance that this siege might work. But Senna is able to get her health back as Yahoo underneath 2 Nexus turrets is Envy. Don't you dare. Okay, another inhibitor going to be taken out, or at least attempted to. Dawning Shadow flies across.
Play faster than their composition allows.
Well, Bro are just continuing this siege. They want to take down the last one as in goes the quickness and the grand entrance as Yahoo just taking so much damage, but he avoids Mom. And now the ulti comes in. Gideon just tanks it up though. Oh no, Bro now finding the turnaround angle. And there goes the Udyr once again. Gideon is so incredibly low and Teddy is taken out. It's a triple once again. Make it the quadra. And that could be the pentakill to finish this one off for Bro and to finish the winning streak for the Senna. It got a little dicey around the middle there, but Envy's still going to be emote spamming, still finding that opportunity. Blows the Zhonya's, and he's the golden boy as the turret is taken down. A huge guffaw.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.